Well, yeah, that's a microphone I've been using to record like my calls this season.
Yeah.
It's been just like setting the laptop in front of me. So I wasn't this one, which I have on now. Dude, I let Mike have his way with my sub today. Don't say welcome back to the chatting average. Don't you dare say
Welcome back to the chatting average. Brought to you by Jersey Mike's. Have it your way. That's Burger King.
Brought to you by Jersey Mike's, and also that's not Jersey Mike's slogan.
So we got to do the whole thing over again.
What if we all just stared at the camera for like 5 minutes and then just like started talking?
Dude, don't make my life worse. Please don't make my life worse.
Welcome back to the chatting average. My name is Adam Busak. That's John Lieber. That's John Sansoni. John Lieber, what are you drinking?
This is a wild berry sparkling energy drink from an unnamed brand. Have it your way.
I do love a good unnamed brand.
I'm drinking old clothes steamer water.
I feel like that's probably really bad for you. I'm not going to lie to you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, probably a lot of microplastics in it, but it's fine.
Anyway, so
screw microplastics. I'm on to macroplastics.
I've just been eating play sets for the last 2 years. Like,
you don't chew on Legos, dude?
I was no. Look, I get that the name brand is kind of the thing, but the Mega Blocks tasted better.
John, what's your favorite window flavor?
Ooh, like 20% tin. Any further than that, it's too dark. It tastes a little burnt.
It's like medium rare.
Yeah, it really is the medium rare window.
Welcome back to the chatting average. Again, let's get back on track, please.
We have actual baseball to talk about this week, guys. It's not the All-Star break. We have actual real baseball that happened. It's good. Things are good now.
All of our teams won a game.
Yay.
Yay.
The Colorado Rockies actually won a series.
Woo! Woo! I'm going to watch the Colorado Rockies play baseball tonight.
Oh.
Will I regret that decision? Time will tell.
Let me guess who the starters are.
No.
We already played that. You don't get to do that.
All right. Well, obviously.
I'll let you guess this. I'm sitting behind the wall in right field. Who is the Colorado Rockies right fielder that I will be heckling today?
Tyler Freeman? Is it not Tyler? Yanquiel Fernandez?
Mr. Lieber, any guesses?
He can't name a Rockies outfielder.
The correct answer is former first overall pick Mickey Moniak.
Why is he in right field?
He's where he's been playing all year for some reason.
Who's playing center?
Center's Brenton Doyle.
Yeah.
Can you really blame me for not knowing anything about a team that has 24 wins after the All-Star break?
Absolutely. Absolutely not.
Anyways, we are back. First weekend series after the All-Star break. Every team's played 3 games. How fun, how funky. Kyle Schwarber decided that he literally looked at the American League and went, "Make peace with your God because you are about to die," and then just hit 3 tanks to end the All-Star game, which was cool.
The swing off was cool.
The swing off was really cool.
People that have been clamoring on social media that needs to be a tiebreaker in the regular season, I think are not the brightest group of people. You want this to be a rare occurrence so that the novelty doesn't wear off, right? Hockey did that with the shootout, and now everybody hates the shootout. I'm just saying, maybe not the best idea.
I think if you get past 15 innings, you should do it. Just a thought. Maybe even 14 innings. If you
the last time a major league game went to 15 innings?
You're never
exactly,
Yeah.
right? But if for some reason 2 teams can't get one guy to score from second to base in 14 innings, throw out the 7, 8, 9 hitters and make them hit home. Like throw out a pitcher to make him hit a home run. Make it funny.
I don't know, man. Nick Allen, you are in the swing off. Good luck. I don't know
Who would the
how that's gonna
Rockies
work.
even pick for that, dude?
Welcome to the plate,
Orlando Arcia?
Adam Busack out of right field.
Just start calling ticket numbers.
Hey, this guy won the 50-50. We got to have him hit a home run. Anyways, I don't think there's any super big news that we need to address prior to the.
I mean, David Robertson
Burns?
signed with the Phillies. That's that's like a sudden free agency thing. He's been out of the league for most of the season. I tabbed out and I didn't realize that was backlighting me. They need help.
Fighting you.
They've got nothing. They have no pitchers. They're done.
They will be trading for pitchers at the deadline.
Right. That's why they've been connected to pretty much every relief pitcher that has even been barely mentioned to be part of the trade market. David Bednar has been floated as going across any number of the Tigers relievers.
What's really funny is I wish my team was good enough that, oh God, they're involved in every trade talk because they're just not good enough right now. When they're leading their division, they're in first place.
Yeah, that'd be real nice.
But no, I think it's a good
this year's
pickup.
weird. This year's deadline looks like it's going to be a little bit weird because there's less teams. I think that, going into the year, we expected to be absolute dreadful sellers, like the Marlins, for example, and they've had an up year, so I think they're going to be a little less inclined to sell. Whereas teams like the Diamondbacks, for example, it seems like for sure they're going to be selling. So I don't know that it's going to be. The Cardinals, we'll see. I don't know that it's going to be any less active of a trade deadline than it normally is, but it's definitely going to be a different trade deadline than we thought we were going to see going into the year.
Yeah, I think what comes from that is the teams that have been selling for the last 5 years are still the teams that should be selling, and what else are they going to sell?
Yeah.
Because there's not been a team in the last 4 or 5 years that has gone from hey, we sold 5 years ago and now we're really there. We might actually make a playoff push. You know what I mean? I feel I don't know. Also, why was David Robertson not on our roster?
Old.
Isn't he 45?
I thought he was 37.
Yeah, he is 40 and 103 days today. However, last year when he was 39, he had a 3 ERA, 72 innings. Not bad. Serviceable. A guy I would not mind having in my bullpen.
Fair enough.
But whatever. People don't like him, I guess. Thoughts on the Raceway uniforms?
Oh, yeah, that is a good news drop. Sansoni, I'll defer to you since your team's actually wearing them.
Yeah, so the Braves...
I sent them to you guys on X.
Yeah, I saw that.
The Everything app. Hold on, I'm pulling them up on this tab real quick. So the Braves and the Reds are playing at Bristol Motor Speedway, the last great coliseum in the West, as they call it. And they're going to be playing, in a massive 100,000 plus seat, racetrack. So obviously they're trying to tie that in. The jerseys are mostly the same. I'd say about 80% the same. But for
it holds 162,000.
Which is crazy. I think
also
it's
in Tennessee, which does not count as the West, but that's beside the point.
Right. So this game's August 2nd. We've got a couple weeks, but they wanted to go ahead and just, make people talk about it probably. Different bills on the caps. Braves have these racing flames on the red bill, and the Reds have these checker flag stripes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And both of the numbers are styled like race car decal numbers. So they're kind of sharper, a little more angular. And it's not bad. I don't think they're bad. I just kind of think it's a nothing change, if that makes sense. It's a cool gimmick, but if they didn't do it, I don't know I would have noticed.
My thing, are they just
Yeah,
playing
they-
one game here?
Just the
Yeah.
one.
That's
that's
first
a
off,
gimmick uniform for just one game.
I think that is so stupid, right? Because the Field of Dreams game was the same way. Both years, 3 years, whatever it was. They play one game there, then they have an off day, fly back to what city they're supposed to be playing in, and they play 2 more.
That's what they did last year in Birmingham.
Right. I just play 3 games at the it's set up for one day. Doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
And John, I agree with you. If I didn't know that they switched the jerseys, if I watched this game, I wouldn't probably realize it. But I do like what they did. It is very simple. Throwing the numbers a little different. The hats I like. The racing flames and then the checkered flag. I like that. I think they're cool. I think they're a good touch. I don't know why Major League Baseball is playing in a motor speedway, but good job, guys.
I'll tell you what I like about the hats. I think the uniforms, I feel the same way as you, Lieber. Like, the uniforms themselves are fine. They're simple, but they were done well. The thing I really like is on the hats. Obviously, the bills are different for both teams, but at the very top, the little button in the top middle of the hat, you have a circle with 3 stars on it to look like the Tennessee State logo, and I think that's awesome. I think that looks really good.
I didn't know they did that.
Well, now you do.
Anything else major that we need to talk about? I don't think so. I think we could probably go to
get into the games.
The games.
Let's get into the games.
Let's get into the games.
I guess with the sweep from the White Sox makes the IL probably the.
Well, literally all of our teams are in the IL, so that's where we're starting.
All right.
Wow.
The Red Sox and the Chicago Cubs out for a 3-game series. They're all 3-game series. Chicago takes the first 2 4-1 in game 1. Suzuki with the Colin Rea, 5 innings pitched, 4 hits, 5 Ks. 6-0 in game 2 as Bush, Tucker, Shaw, PCA, and Happ all have home runs. And the Red Sox salvage the series out of the first series out of the break, 6-1. Willie Abreu with a 2-run shot and a solo shot. Bregman with a 3-run home run. The White Sox sweep the Pittsburgh Pirates in Pittsburgh, 10-1 in game 1. Cuero, Robert each have home runs, and Michael A. Taylor has 3 RBIs. 10-4 in game 2 as Tauchman and Lenine Sosa each have 3 RBIs, and 7-2 in game 3. Miguel Vargas with, and Tauchman becomes the 53rd player to send it to the Allegheny in that game, and that completes the sweep. The Angels and the Phillies, because the Angels games 6-5 in game 1. Dell and Ward each have homers. Game 2, the Phillies add on 9-5. Schwarber with a grand slam, Harper with a 2-run home run. And game 3, the Angels win it 8-2. Lamont Wade with a Ward has 4 RBIs and Trout has 2 RBIs. San Francisco and Toronto. Toronto gets the sweep out of the break. A 4-0 win in game 1. Wagner 2 RBIs. Lukes and Loperfido each have RBIs as well. 6-3 in game 2 as Heineman goes yard for a 2-run shot and Lauer has 6 innings pitched, 2 hits, 7 Ks. 8-6 in game 3. Vladdy, Springer, and Barger each have home runs. The Royals and the Marlins down in Miami. Miami takes the first 2 8-7. Or takes the first one 8-7. Sanchez with a home run, Stowers another home run, and then a bottom of the 10th walk-off 2-run shot for the win from Stowers there. And game 2, a 3-1 win as Miami wins. RBI double, and Quantrill has 6 innings pitched, 2 hits, 3 Ks. 7-4 in game 3 as Perez homers and Jonathan India and Caglione has 2 RBIs. Yankees and Atlanta. Atlanta takes game 1 7-3 as off of Albies 4 RBIs with a 2-run homer on the day, and Strider's 6 innings pitched, 8 Ks. 12-9 for the Yankees in game 2. Volpe has 2 home runs. The Yankees score 4 in the top of the 6th. Bellinger has a home run and Trent Grisham has a slam. 4-2 in game 3 for the Yankees. Judge homers. Stroman with 6 innings pitched, 1 earned run, 4 strikeouts. Minnesota and Colorado. Colorado takes the first 2. They get a series win in the second half. Look at Yeah, it's great. You know, they play like this the whole season, they'll be fine. McMahon, a homer. Beck, a homer. And Freeland goes 6 innings pitched, 3 Ks. They win it 6-4. 10-6 in game 2. McMahon hits another homer. Will he be on another team in a few weeks? Probably not. It's the Rockies. Tovar, a 3-run home run. And Goodman, a 3-run home run. 7-1 as the Twins salvage it in game 3. Clemens has an RBI triple, a 2-run shot. Lewis, Bader, and Lewis again each have home runs. And Castro also with an RBI triple in the game.
Believe it or not, that is the first home series that the Colorado Rockies have won this season.
I believe it.
I believe it. I believe it or don't. I will.
Thanks.
What's up with Pittsburgh? Like, I know they're really bad. I know they're really bad this year. But to get swept by the White Sox.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Look, that is I'm not sure there's an Oregon baseball other than the Rockies that are more in need of a top to bottom overhaul.
I mean, and like, it's a good thing for the White Sox because your young players are showing up, and please trade your best prospect for Mike Tauchman. Is continuing to build his trade portfolio. Bob Nutting.
There's people on Sox Twitter who want him to stay around.
Why down like Tauchman?
Yeah, they're like, why not?
Guys, candidate Mike Tauchman.
Just say he's sneaky good. He's a good hitter and he's a fine enough fielder. It's weird. Was he on one of our non-tender teams?
Do you know who Mike Tauchman came up with?
He was with the Cubs before. Like, I don't know. Was he not with the Cubs?
He has played for 5 major league franchises. The Cubs were the most recent before the White Sox. Before that, he played for the Giants. He spent 3 years with the Yankees. And then his first 2 seasons of his Major League Baseball career were with the Colorado Baseball Rockies.
John, you're right. He was on one of our non-tender drafts. He was on yours.
Let's go.
We should probably do a mid-season check-in on
I'm doing a check-in right now while we talk.
All right.
Keep going.
Kyle Stowers.
Yeah, Miami looks like they might be legitimate question.
I just like it. I'm really looking for a reason why I shouldn't believe in them. And besides relative inexperience and just, they're trying out guys who the bottom might fall out, I don't really see it. I think everyone's hitting at the right time. Not to mention, they've got prospects knocking right on the door. I mean, Joe Mack has been this heralded catcher for a few months now at this point, just in the season. And they've already got Liam Hicks and Agustin Ramirez playing lights out from behind the dish to put Liam Hicks at first base. Ramirez came up with first base as well. When Mack comes in, those 3 between catcher, first base, and DH, which first base has been kind of a black hole for Miami for a while. That's the offensive engine that makes this thing run. Stowers, Norby, Otto Lopez, if Xavier Edwards figures it back out, all of that's just a bonus.
Yeah, I agree with you. Another thing from the IL that I thought was interesting this week is the Red Sox. Obviously, you don't expect them really to take a series from the Cubs, especially at the Cubs, who are playing very good baseball right now. But this is kind of a make or break point in the year for Boston. If they are going to be legitimate contenders, now is the time where they have to step on the gas, because you're going to have to buy at the deadline, but you're not going to buy at the deadline if you're sitting around 500 and a million games out of the division.
Oh, hang on.
This is the most important 2 weeks of the Boston Red Sox calendar.
They're adding at the deadline. They might be the only team who has ever sold in April or June and then bought in July.
I mean, and the good thing is that the wheels haven't fallen off for Crochet yet. That was
I
something
don't
that
know.
everyone.
Yeah, that is true. But I'm not as convinced that they're going to be buyers. Like, I think it is just as likely that they sell, like, Jaron Duran than it is that they add
Which,
Eugenio Suarez.
let's be real, they need to get rid of Durant.
Correct, yeah. They
The
have a roster
outfield,
logjam that they have completely neglected to fix
right,
this entire offseason. Either do it now or it's a wasted season, basically.
right. And of all of them, Duran's the one with 1 foot out of the door. You're not
Correct.
gonna you don't want to sell high on Wilyer or Abreu. Roman Anthony obviously just came up and he's been your golden boy for a while. Justin Garcia's in AAA. He's closer than you'd think. They have so many guys who could get pushed to the outfield. Where does Masataka Yoshida go? It's, do they keep playing Christian Campbell whenever he comes back up? He keeps going to center field for some reason. You've got a Gold Glove center fielder in Cedam Rafaela that gets shifted to corners or even second base sometimes just because you want Duran out there. There's an odd man out, and it's Duran.
Jaron Duran, and this is true, is 28 years old and 319 days. So he will turn 29 by the end of this season. Jaron Duran is older than Rafael Devers.
Well, yeah, because Devers got signed at like 16.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah. And Duran didn't make his debut until 24. But he's older than Rafael Devers. That's 100% true. He's like 100 days older than him.
There are 4 out of the 6 players in the outfield for Boston on their active roster that were born in the 90s. Abreu was in 99, Duran in 96, Refsnyder in 91, and Yoshida in 93.
Yeah.
Roman Anthony was born in May 13th, 2004. He is 2 months older than me.
The next good Red Sox team will prominently feature that generation of player, and I think it's in the Red Sox best interest to get that generation of player up to the big leagues as quick as possible. It's time to change the old guard. It's been a regrettable almost decade of Red Sox baseball, and it's time to move forward, unfortunately.
Are you getting that non-tender draft going, John? Or are you still
I am, and I'm let's think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players in for Bus, and he's not having a single player in positive WAR.
Sounds about right.
All right.
I also had 2 guys that were on the 60-day IL before the season even began, so that was nice.
Toronto.
Hey, we're there. Brendan Rodgers, .1.
Oh,
Toronto is keeping a serious pace in the AL East. And the Yankees and the Blue Jays play today, on Monday. That is going to be a very, very contentious 3 games because you've got the Blue Jays at 58 and 41, which we've already kind of said our piece on that, but none of us thought that was going to be who was at the top of the AL East.
No.
And the Yankees are at 55 and 44. I think this is one of the tightest 1-2s in a division besides, I think, probably the NL Central, where the Brewers are just really, really, really pesky behind the Cubs, but we'll give the Brewers their time in a minute.
The Blue Jays have won 10 straight at home.
Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
You know what the worst part about that is?
Blue Jays might be. They're this year's version of the team, because every year there's one. Last year was the Mets, but they're this year's version of the team that just wins because of the power of friendship.
Well, also, like, you think about, because I've seen, like, videos from Rogers Center, and it's, like, packed out because they're finally winning. And it's, like, it's the only thing that Canadians in major sports right now are cheering for. So they're showing up to Toronto games on a Tuesday night.
Right.
That helps. That helps. All I'm saying.
Baseball
Also,
is in a better spot when the Blue Jays are competitive.
now
Agreed.
part of me wonders if the Blue Jays have this pattern of success, is there ever a future where baseball returns to Canada outside of Toronto?
I think it should, but back to Montreal.
I
Montreal.
think not to say too much about Montreal having franchises move when a Quebec Nordiques fan right below me, but I do think this is it's a whole country. A whole country, and you've got one team. I know it's Major League Baseball. It's America centric, and Toronto's kind of right there. But so is 80% of Canada's population. If you can't muster one in Vancouver, have you seen the Seattle-Toronto games in Seattle? It's crazy. Vancouver might want one.
That's what I think.
Montreal
Vancouver, I
might.
think, would be a very natural place because Seattle right now, geographically, is kind of on an island from other Major League Baseball teams. And it's
Right, and
a point that doesn't get talked about enough, but they consistently have the worst travel year in and year out because there's nobody close to them. If you put a team in Vancouver, that makes a lot of sense for the Mariners.
right. Well, and because the only other one that people have talked about out there is if you put one in Portland.
Yeah,
I think Vancouver's better than Portland there.
I would agree.
I
Better
think the issue with expanding Major League Baseball is that you've got about 5 teams right now that don't know how to compete. The Pirates, the Rockies, the A's, the White Sox, the Marlins. Although the Marlins, like we've said, are playing better, but it's just kind of like, hey, do you guys know that you're actually in a professional baseball league? Just a question. I didn't know if you guys were wondering if you were or not. But you are trying to win baseball games to win the World Series.
In theory.
And you had a team, and it's not like there's not talent on the White Sox. There's not talent on the Colorado Rockies. There's not enough, right? To the point where you're going to go, oh yeah, we'll do an expansion draft, and all these new teams will have new players. That's my current issue. This is like a topic for later, but if we want to.
I think before we get into that, we should move to either the AL or the NL because we still have, both of those to do.
Oh,
all right. Well, which one you want? John, pick one.
NL.
All right. In the American League, the Athletics and the Guardians. Cleveland takes the bread games. 8-6 in game 1. Rodriguez, Fry each have home runs, and Ciccone goes 1 innings pitched, 6 earned runs, 2 Ks, only 107 pitches. 8-2 in game 2 for the Athletics. Shea Langeliers.
I call her Langeliers.
Has a 2-run shot. So does Jacob Wilson, and Nick also has a home run. 8-2 in game 3 as Martinez homers and Fry has 4 RBIs for the Cleveland Guardians. Baltimore and Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay takes the first 2 and takes the series. 11-1 in game 1. Caminero with a 3-run shot and a solo shot. Jansen and Yandy Diaz with a grand slam. 4-3 in game 2 for the Rays as Simpson, Aranda, and Lau have RBIs. 5-3 in game 3 as the Orioles salvage the series. Holiday has a home run. Alex Jackson has a home run, and so does Ryan O'Hearn. Detroit and the Rangers. 2-0 in game 1 for the Rangers. Seager with a 2 RBI double, and Patrick goes 5.2 innings pitched, 3 hits, 6 Ks. 4-1 in game 2 for the Rangers as well. Tellez has a 3-run home run, and Kumar Rocker has a 6.1 inning pitched, 1 hit, 5K outing. 2-1 in game 3 on Sunday Night Baseball. The Tigers' Matt Vierling had an RBI single, and Skubal goes 6.2 innings pitched, 4 hits, 11 Ks. That's their 60th win of the year. They lead the league. And Houston and Seattle. Seattle takes game 1 and game 2, 6-1 in game 1. Arozarena, Garver each have home runs, and Seattle scores 4 in the bottom of the 8th. 7-6 in game 2 with an 11th inning finish as Cole Young walks it off with an RBI single. And game 3, a Houston 11-3. Walker and Trammell each have home runs, 3 RBIs for Trammell, and Caratini has 3 RBIs as well.
In the American League, as I'm talking slowly so that my computer has time to refresh, we currently have a leader in the American League from the Great North, the Toronto Blue Jays. We already discussed them. They are 58-41, 3 games up on the dreaded New York Yankees. They hold a wild card spot. They're 2 games up there. The Boston Red Sox at 54-47 sit 5 games back in the division, currently claiming that last wild card spot. The Rays and the Orioles 6.5 and 13.5 back respectively. In the AL Central, the Detroit Tigers are 20 games above 500. They are 60-40. They are the best team in baseball. 11 games behind them is the Cleveland Guardians, who are 4.5 games out of the wild card, and then the Twins, Royals, and White Sox are even further back. In the American League West, the Houston Astros, 57-42, they lead their division. The Seattle Mariners, 4 games back at 53-46, they hold a wild card spot. The Texas Rangers, 50-50, and even 500. They're 7.5 out of the division, 3.5 out of a wild card spot. The Angels are 8 out of the division, and the Athletics, John Sansoni's pick to win the division, are 16 games back. They could do it. They could do it.
They could do it.
They
could win 18 in a row or whatever.
They could.
And everybody else loses.
It's possible.
Every game. It's possible. Still.
It's possible.
They have not been eliminated.
It's possible.
It could happen. It could happen. It won't, but it could happen.
So I want to talk a little bit about the Cleveland Guardians, if that's an okay place to start with you guys.
Go ahead.
Sure.
Slade Ciccone to open this series against the Athletics. His line... Huh?
Yas Queen. Slade.
Nice, dude. That was good. He gets the win in this series opener against the Athletics. Cleveland takes the game 8-6. Ciccone goes 8 1/3. He gives up 6 earned runs. Only strikes out 2. This guy is one of the more fascinating pitchers in baseball for me, because I don't know if you guys were watching this start. I was. I have him in fantasy. He went through the first 4 innings perfect. Did not allow a base runner. Also did not have a strikeout. 12 balls in play, 12 outs. How does that happen?
Shout out the defense.
Sure, I guess. Whatever. It doesn't even matter. Pitching doesn't even matter.
Had they pulled him after 6, I think he'd given up 1 run at that point. Through 6, he was having a great start, and they just kept throwing it back out there. He went out in the 7th, he went out in the 8th, he went out in the 9th, ends up giving up 4 earned, I think, 4 of the 6 earned. Something like that. Excuse me, he had all 6 runs earned were charged to him. He's just kind of an enigma to me, and he's been one of the more fun pitchers to watch because I just don't understand him at all.
His K percentage is in the 46th percentile at 21.9%.
It's so not good. It's so
but his hard hit percentage is in the 9th percentile.
Dude, I'm telling you, this is ethical baseball. He's not going to get swings and misses, but you're not putting it out of the park on him either.
His average exit velo is in the 5th percentile.
I'm telling you, this is genuinely, this is like an old head on a basketball court telling you to just use the backboard, young man.
True, dude. Put it off the glass.
Do you want more?
Use the square. Go on, tell us more about
His
Slade.
chase percentage is in the 7th percentile.
Dudes are up there I'm going to hit it. I'm going to hit it.
Right now.
The only good pitch he has is his breaking. His off-speed breaking pitches. 79th percentile.
If he adds a semi-decent 4-seamer in the offseason, if he could work on that to make that a plus pitch, he's going to be talked about as an upper echelon pitcher. But for right now, he's good and really funny. And I think that's arguably even better.
Another slider to the outside corner, masterful gambit, sir. A ground out to second.
He throws his 4-seam. He throws his 4-seam 41% of the time. Do you know what his his average velo is?
It's got to be pretty
What?
low, right?
94.3. Like,
That's average.
Why are you throwing it? Why are you throwing about 40% if it's not good?
Yeah. 40%
It's
meatballs.
average.
You know,
40% meatballs, 24% meatballs.
And he
That's a
doesn't.
slider.
He doesn't walk people.
Yeah.
No, his walk
He's got
percentage.
incredible
His walk percentage is 6.8%.
He's got
He
incredible
just-
command. He just doesn't
he
get
just-
swings and misses.
Throws at the core at like just outside of the chase zone enough to where they swing, but not close enough to the middle where they do anything.
He's the king of the soft contact, dude. He's the king of the soft contact.
He has similar pitches to Slade Ciccone, based on velocity and movement. 2025 Yu Darvish, 2023 Alex Palino, 2023 Chad Kuhl, 2025 Spencer Strider,
Oh,
2023 Mike Soroka.
Oh wow,
that's a lot
What
of.
a set-
That's a dastardly amount of washed pitchers.
Oh,
That's
similar,
concerning.
fully similar pitchers to Slade. 2023 Julio Tehran.
No.
Oh no.
2024 Tyler Alexander, 2024 Christian Scott, 2024 JP Sears, and 2023 Trevor Williams.
It's not what you want.
But
It's
he's
not what you
good.
want. But he's good. He's getting results, dude. He's getting results.
He's also slightly comparable to other pitchers like Sawyer Gibson Long, Cater Montero, Colin Ray, Didier Fuentes, Osvaldo
Diddy.
Bido. Let's not talk about Didier Fuentes, please.
Listen, I don't know how many of our listeners are big fantasy baseball guys, but anytime you have a pitcher that can pitch into the ninth inning and end up with only 2 fantasy points, you just gotta have him on your team. You just gotta pick him up. You can't not have him.
2 points.
He got the win.
You used
too.
one of your 17 starts in the All-Star 2 weeks and 2 points.
Yeah. He threw
his
107 pitches in this thing.
dude, I was like looking at it, I'm like, why'd they take him out? And I looked, 107 pitches. Why'd they take him out?
Why'd they leave him in was the question.
Oh no, yeah, that was the real question, was why'd they leave him in?
Fantasy points after the 6th, dude. He was in great shape.
Oh, what else in the American League? I don't really like. Who cares? Tampa Bay beat the crap out of Baltimore. That's what every team. Texas taking 2 from Detroit. Kind of interesting.
Yeah, that is
Like-
kind of interesting.
Detroit can kind of like allow themselves to lose some games because the AL Central is not like.
I feel like this happens every weekend series with Detroit, where you just get thumped your first 2 games, and then Tarek Skubal says, "Okay, we're stealing this one."
Time to go.
Yep. This Sunday game,
I think-
it's mine. It's mine. No one else's, just mine.
Right.
I feel like we also like.
They're 4-6 over their last 10.
Not
Still
good.
the best team in baseball.
Right? Oh, the
Did he
sneeze
just-
caught me. No, the sneeze. I'm being
The
stricken
sneeze
down
monster
for.
is sneaking
I'm being.
up on
I've been
somebody.
stricken down for Detroit Tigers discourse. Ugh.
It's good to see Kumar Rocker. Actually,
Dude,
having
he's-
an impact
I
at the
was
major
just-
league level. He's good. He's good now.
I was just going to
Slider.
say that he's not good. He's very bad.
He's good now. No, he's good.
Yes.
He's back.
Point-
He's good now.
Negative 0.9 WAR on the season.
But the slider
but
looks so
now
nice.
he's
The
good.
shape looks so
Now
good.
he's good. Yeah, you're not understanding. You're not hearing the words that are coming out of my mouth.
Let me go.
What I'm
Let
saying
me
is, he's good now.
let me pull up Baseball Savant again. Ugh.
Ooh. Ooh.
Who are his
Um,
similar pitchers? This will help us.
Oh boy.
2024 Luis Castillo. I think that's the
Oh, he
worst
wasn't
year
on-
of Luis
Yeah, I
Castillo's.
don't think he was
career.
actually that good that year.
Yeah.
Richard Fitz. All right, you know what?
Hey, if the Richard fits. Let's move on.
That hurt me.
The NL.
Luis Castillo, nice dude. Luis Castillo in 2024 had an ERA plus of 101.
Okay, yeah, very average.
He was exactly average. 1% off from being exactly average.
They do call it the Midsummer Classic.
The NL?
National League or anything about Seattle?
It's rainy.
Okay, got it. What? The Padres and the Nationals 7-2 win for the Padres. Red game.
Red games.
7-2 in game 1. Machado has a grand. The National 2 as Lowe has a home run and Milas 2 RBIs and an 8-1 win for the Padres in game. Bogarts grand slam and Diaz has run home run. Cincinnati and the Mets 4-2 win or 8-4 win in game 1. I apologize. Hayes has 2 home runs, McClain 2 run, and Stevenson has a 2-run home run as well. Game 2, a 5-2 win for Cincinnati. Fraley, am I cutting out that bad? Somebody else finish it then.
That was your first time all episode that you actually were cutting out. I think it's better now. It sounds.
I'm trying really hard not to laugh.
5-2 win. I'm trying to make sure that my box is still lit up so that I know my mic's working. 5-2 win in game 2. Fraley has 2 RBIs. Martinez goes 5 innings pitched, 5 Ks. 3-2 win for the Mets as they salvage the series with Nimmo, Torrens, and Acuna each having RBIs. St. Louis and Arizona the Cards 7-3 in game 1. Perdomo 2-for-4 with 2 RBIs, and Brandon Pfaadt has 7 innings pitched, 6 Ks. 10-1 in game 2. Suarez a 2-run home run and a home. Perdomo 4 RBIs and a 5-3 win in game 3. 3-run home run and a solo shot from Suarez. Another game from him. Milwaukee sweeps the Dodgers. Okay. Half the team played on Tuesday night, so whatever. 2-1 in game 1. Durbin, an RBI double and a home run. 6 innings pitched. Why did I put Glasnow stats in here? Anyways, 8-7 in game 2. Isaac Collins has a home run. Ortiz has a home run, and Vaughn has 2 RBIs. And a 6-5 win in game 3 for the club. Collins 2-for-5 with 2 RBIs. Monasterio and Haas each have RBIs. Who the hell is Isaac Collins? And who's Mr. Mysterio? Nice.
Starting west to east in the National League, the Los Angeles Dodgers of Los Angeles, 58-42. They currently lead the NL West. The San Diego Padres 3.5 games behind them. They currently hold a wild card spot. The San Francisco Giants are 6 games out of the division. They're 2.5 out of a wild card spot. The Diamondbacks are 8 games back, and the Colorado Rockies are a brisk 33.5 out of the division. In the NL Central, thanks to the series sweep over the Dodgers, the Milwaukee Brewers have tied the Chicago Cubs at 59-40 for the division lead. In the NL Central, the Cincinnati Reds at 52-48 are 7.5 back. The Cardinals are 8.5 back, and the Pittsburgh Pirates 22.5 out of that division. In the NL East, the Philadelphia Phillies half a game up on the New York Mets at 56-43 at 56-44. The Mets are a game and a half up in the wild card race. Everybody else in the East is out of the playoff picture right now, as the Marlins, the Braves, and the Nationals are all below 500. Where do you want to start, lads?
So, I want to read you a quote from Brewers manager Pat Murphy. Quote, in reference to their lineup, "It's a bunch of guys nobody's ever heard of. No disrespect to the great fans of Japan baseball, but they can't name 5 guys in our lineup. And that's just a credit to hungry players. I'm still proud of our club and what they did and how they competed in big situations. A bunch of average Joes."
Think there's anybody in Japan that's a big Caleb Durbin guy?
Like, I can imagine, like,
Do you think there's anybody in America who's a big Caleb Durbin guy?
a Japanese salary man is, like, burning the midnight oil. He's got his phone propped up right next to his computer monitor. Yo, Joey Ortiz just hits a ground ball single. He screams and jumps in the air.
Trying to picture the Japanese guy that owns a Sal Frelick jersey.
I'm trying to picture a human being with a Caleb Durbin jersey.
Well,
Like, I think if you went to American Family Field or whatever it's called now, falling
Listen,
apart
hey.
needs $450 million in renovations field, you would not see one.
You know, Durbin's got a 732 OPS. He's actually fine. Everything just broke.
That was not just for me.
I was sitting there staring at it. I'm like, I'm not frozen, but everybody else is.
I was thinking the same thing. Did you guys hear what I said about Caleb Durbin, or do I need to?
No.
No,
You can just
please
cut
No,
it?
let's go again.
Okay, so
I'm
cut all
leaving
this
that
and
in.
start right now.
I'll cut it.
Editor, leave it in.
Nice. Not too much on Wash U graduate Caleb Durbin. Okay, that's a St. Louis legend. Not too much on Caleb
You don't
Durbin.
even like St. Louis. Don't go
You're right,
kid
I
yourself.
don't.
You don't even like that city.
Wash U was nice. I don't.
Wash
mind
U
Wash
has sports?
They're
Yeah,
D3.
I know quite a couple guys who went to Wash U for football.
The Missouri Tigers
All
opened
right.
their season in basketball against Wash U 3 years ago, in an exhibition at Norm Stewart Court.
Mizzou Arena?
That's the one. I also, for what it's worth, I know you're no longer involved in the student section, so you can't do anything about this, but I always thought that the student section at Mizzou basketball should be called the Norm Stewart Normies. That's good.
You know,
You can laugh. You're allowed to laugh. That's funny. That's good.
real quick side note before we get back to baseball. There was a second where we were thinking about renaming the student section for basketball like the Gates of Hell.
That actually would have been pretty funny.
That would have been pretty cool.
I like the
all right.
Normies better.
I
Andrew
also
Vaughn.
like the Normies, although I don't think I can be. We can't. No, I'm not talking about Andrew Vaughn.
Talk about Andrew Vaughn. I need this once. I swear to God.
Andrew Vaughn every episode, dude.
No, but can I actually please.
Fine.
Over his last 7 games, he is 8 for 21, a 381 average, and if my math is correct, an 1100 OPS.
Is that good?
In his 8 games with Milwaukee this year, he's 1.239 on OPS.
So
White Sox should have kept him.
that's all I need to say. Average Joes include cast-offs from really bad teams.
Hey, John, I'd like to bring up another Vaughn. Grissom.
Oh.
Remember when he was supposed to be like the greatest shortstop second baseman to ever play baseball for the Braves?
I don't think we thought that, but sure. He was supposed to be a plus bat that they could use at second base, DH, and they tried him in left field. He's bad.
I think
He's
you're
actually
bad.
really bad. Yeah, well, that's why I don't play baseball.
If
Let's
John
see.
played baseball, what position would he play? There's not much else in this National League. Milwaukee sweeps the Dodgers. The Dodgers do that like once or twice every month. They just get swept for no reason.
Right.
And like I said, half their team played on Tuesday night. So, whatever. Thoughts?
This thing on? No, I think you're right. I think this is a very good thing for Milwaukee, and the Dodgers will not think about this again.
Yeah.
It's kinda
Also,
Completely
Brewers,
agree.
with the sweep, have their 10th straight win, and they're tied for first in the National League Central.
Yeah,
Very
I will
yep.
be interested to see how long that sustains. I mean, just based off of the way that both organizations operate, I think the Cubs will make a big splash at the deadline, and I think the Brewers will add a million tiny paper cuts at the deadline, and I think the Cubs are going to win the division because of that.
I agree. One thing, Pete Alonso has played 354 straight games.
Actually?
Yes. He has not missed a game in 2.19 seasons.
Wow, he's only got like a decade
Wow.
left to go before he catches up to Cal Ripken.
Exactly. Right. But how? I don't know. I don't know what game it was.
The short answer is first base is the least physically demanding position in baseball, other than DH, which isn't a position. It's unethical. God did not intend for a DH to be a thing. But the longer answer is that Pete Alonso has been on a contract here for the last 2 years straight.
True.
Everyone's like, is this year Pete Alonso gets a big bag outside of New York?
No,
I will be re-signing in New York.
He's like
he's a play for another franchise in his career.
He's a really good two-tool player,
mm-hmm.
and New York has no reason to go anywhere else.
You know who does need a first baseman?
Who?
The Texas Rangers. Do you know where the Texas Rangers play baseball?
Arlington, Texas, at Globe Life Field.
The hell is Polar Bear doing it in Arlington, Texas?
That was such a bad joke. Such a bad joke. Let's go to the grid.
Let's go to the grid. John, what's the grid?
I morally object to this. I'm playing the rest of this under protest. The Immaculate Grid is a 3x3 grid with 3 rows and 3 columns. There's 9 intersections, stats, players, teams, all these things and more, and you have to put them in 9 squares. I misspelled grid when I was typing it in on my other screen.
Oh, that's not good.
the rows today.
Immaculate Grid does not link where you think it does.
The rows today are the Brewers, the Astros, and a first-round draft pick. The Texas Rangers are column 1, the Boston Red Sox column 2, and played shortstop a minimum of 1 game as column 3. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I have a Boston Red Sox that was a first-round draft pick.
I do too, and I bet mine's better than yours, but go ahead.
Vaughn Grissom.
Yeah.
He was a first-round draft pick, right?
He was a first round.
No, he was in the 11th round. I apologize.
No, he was not.
Does it have to be a first round draft pick for that team?
No.
So, player must have played a major league game. When paired with the team, player may have either been drafted in the first round by that team or played at least 1 game with their team in career.
Mm-hmm.
That was almost English.
Includes both players chosen in the first round and sandwich picks between the first round and second round. Includes June and January drafts, including secondary phases.
I think Jeter Downs, because he played a bit in Boston. That was a whole thing. Like, oh my God, Jeter, guys, Jeter's playing in Boston. Not that Jeter, but he was drafted by the Reds in the first round.
Do you think he was named after Derek Jeter?
No.
Yes, he was. I would like to suggest former Missouri Tiger Tanner Hoke for the Boston Red Sox first round draft pick.
Well, I already put in Jeter Downs. I'm sorry.
All right, cool. Wow, that's fine.
I'm sorry.
No, it's cool. It's all right. Don't worry about it.
Milwaukee.
When I literally said going into the grid that I had the first round draft picks taken care of, I guess I was speaking to myself. I don't know.
I didn't hear that.
Okay.
Milwaukee shortstops.
There hasn't ever been one.
You are the only shortstop ever. John,
you are the youngest person ever to be on the jetting average.
That is not entirely accurate, I don't believe.
No, I think it is.
Vinny Capra. For the shortstop Brewer, not for the show.
Brewers shortstop, I will put in Vinny Capra. Shout out White Sox legend Vinny Capra.
Dude, he sucks. I'm sorry, he's just not good at baseball.
Do you think I'm attached to Vinny Capra?
Look, man, I don't know. You found a fidget toy after the episode yesterday last time and played with it for about 15
That
minutes.
is true. That's one.
I don't know where your attachments lie.
I have a first round draft pick for the Texas Rangers. If you guys want to
fine.
one this time,
sure.
Joseph Gallo.
Oh, the pitcher.
Okay. Are you guys also on the grid? Can you guys put in Joey Gallo for that position? Look at his wall. Why is he staring at me like that?
He's upset that I called him Joseph. I'm sorry, Joey. That's my bad.
Do you have a shortstop first round draft pick?
Javier Baez.
I have a Houston Astro, Boston Red Sox.
Didn't ask.
Okay,
go ahead.
Zach Short.
Oh, that's good. That's better than mine.
You mean Short? Is that Zach Short?
It was Zach Short.
Okay. We need Brewers, Rangers, Red Sox, and then Astros, Rangers, Astros shortstop.
Brewers, Rangers. Jordan Lyles.
In theory.
In theory, I'll put it in. Okay. We need a Astro that played shortstop.
Zach Short. Oh.
I hate this guy.
Bregman has to have played short a couple of times.
Dude, I'm not putting Alex Bregman in.
Honestly, that's totally fair. I think Alex Bregman was a bad suggestion, with all due respect.
Thoughts on Adam Everett?
I was thinking Marwin Gonzalez, personally.
I'll go with Marwin Gonzalez. 2%. All right, we need Brewers, Rangers, Brewers, Red Sox.
Brewers, Red Sox. I mean, Brock Holt did it, but, you know. Did Brock
Don't
Holt?
remember asking.
He did. Yeah, he did. Raimel Tapia.
Was
Sounds
he a
like
Red Sox?
Fish dish.
Yeah, he was.
I don't
It was in the same year. He went from I think he was in Toronto at one point, then to Milwaukee, then to Boston or something in that
Interesting.
He was bouncing around a lot that year.
Okay, who was it? I'm sorry. Tapia?
Raimel Tapia. Raimel Tilapia.
Okay. And I have a Ranger Brewer.
I do too, but you go first.
Mine is Jonathan Lucroy.
Oh. I was thinking Chris Davis with a K.
So Jonathan Lucroy.
Jonathan Lucroy is quite all right.
Jonathan Lucroy was 5%!
Hey! See how much Chris Davis was. 0.3. 0.3. Come on. It's too easy.
Why was Jonathan Lucroy 5%?
I don't know.
He's just a memorable guy, apparently.
Is there anything else we still need, or was that
He
it?
played on Texas for 124 games.
He might have been a Rocky for longer than that. No, he wouldn't have been that long.
He was a Rocky for 46
games.
games.
A Yankee for less time.
He was a trade deadline pickup, I think, from the Rangers, actually.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the year before that, he was traded from Milwaukee to Texas.
Yep. Well, that's probably why people remember it. It's a trade between the two teams. You got to be thinking.
Anybody ever remember that 2014 Jonathan Lucroy year where he put up 6.4 WAR?
Anybody remember when Chris Davis hit 247 for 8 years in a row?
Chris Davis is the good one, right?
They're both the good one, depending on how you look at it.
Well, if you take away part of that end of the career for Chris Davis with a C.
If you take away the steroids from Chris Davis, C.
Do you guys remember when Chris Davis hadn't had a hit in 37 games?
Yeah.
That is it. That is
Chris
the grade.
Davis, Chris Davis with a K led the American League in home runs in 2018.
That was a weird
Sure.
year. Was that not the Miguel
that
Sano
was
and
the
like
height of the juice ball era, but he hit
Right.
48 home runs that year.
Dude, just a reminder that Kyle Lewis won Rookie of the Year.
oh dude, he was so good. He could have been so good if he wasn't hurt.
Bad.
John,
Yeah.
what year did he win Rookie of the Year?
You just said it.
I know. Wait,
Wasn't it
hang on.
2020?
Yeah.
So,
I think it was like
wait, hang on. When did
2019,
his
2020.
rookie status? Okay, so in 2020 he hit this. Yeah, I guess shortened season. He hit 11 home runs.
And short, I
Over
mean,
60
like a,
games? That's pretty good
yeah, as a rookie.
as a rookie. This has been the chatting average.
Wait.
Okay. Well,
Luis
This has been
Robert
the chatting average.
had 11 home runs and more RBIs. Anyways, this has been the chatting average.
You can find us on Twitter or X, the Everything app, at the Chatting AVG. You can also find us on Apple Podcasts or on Spotify or on YouTube. You can find us in person if you like, but I wouldn't recommend it.
yeah. You got to talk to my publicist first. It's a whole thing.
Yeah. You gotta go through
I
an
am
SID
his
to set up
publicist.
a meeting with me, actually. So
And you know about SIDs, am I right?
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. All right, we'll catch y'all next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.